especially through the wet day, although I guess it's a little better up here than it is out in Queens and Long Island. My name is Emily Weidenhoff, and I run the Plaza Program at DOT, along with my colleague David Green and my colleague Andrew Ronan. We are part of the public space unit, and so our whole mission at DOT is to rethink of our streets as public spaces, and also to engage the community and everyone in the city to empower them to begin to use the streets as parts of their neighborhood and as public space. So we have just launched round 7 of the Plaza program. It was part of NYC back in 2008 as a strategy to help make the city more livable for New Yorkers as the city's population grows. And one of the reasons why the Plaza program landed at DOT the down arrow.
There we go.
One of the reasons why a public space program landed at DOT is because so much of our city is public right-of-way, is street. So a little over a quarter of all the land area in New York City is roads and sidewalks. That makes our commissioner the single largest property real estate holder in all of the city. And of this, it's actually 80% of all city-owned land. So, and a lot of it is very over-designed for vehicles. So there's a lot of opportunity to really rethink our streets. And so we define a plaza as any area within the public right-of-way that we prioritize for pedestrians. And as you'll see, our plazas, we like to keep them open and flexible. So this is Willoughby Plaza in downtown Brooklyn. And aside from a few trees and light poles, everything else you see in the space is movable. And so,
including the middle pieces with the maps?
So these are art display cases, and those are temporary installations that rotate through. And again, we like for these spaces to be open and flexible for a whole bunch of different uses. And we see a big difference between the role of parks and plazas in the city. So parks tend to be heavily planted areas that are for recreation and respite, and they end up being destinations and spaces that you walk into, whereas we see plazas as really being part of the streetscape and really helping aid the transportation network, getting people to and from subway, buses, bicycles, but also people really like to sit and watch people. So I like to show this image. This is taken in Madison Square on a very cold day in March. And as you can see, there are more people sitting in the plaza than in the park. And again, no disrespect to parks, but we see plazas as serving a very different purpose. And so having a plaza adjacent to a park is also not necessarily a redundancy. They're programmed and used in very different ways. So what makes a good site? What are the criteria that we're looking for? David's going to walk you through all of the different pieces of our equation that we think